What's happening, my fellow stock market trader and investor homies? It's your boy Kevin. Welcome back to Touchdown Trades, the #1 YouTube channel for all penny stock trading and investing. In today's video, we're going to be talking about a penny stock that I think has a lot of upside potential. I think it has the potential to make an absolutely massive move, talking about 200-300% move. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that. I honestly believe this penny stock could see a move of that magnitude. While the overall stock market is crashing, and I'm not exaggerating either when I say the stock market is crashing, it is legit free falling right now as we watch it. The S&P 500, the SPYs are down 3.5% on the day, and over the last couple of weeks it has just been red day after red day. You wake up and you look at your portfolio and your big blue chip large cap stocks, they continue to drop. I'm going to be focusing on, from here on out for the foreseeable future, small caps and penny stocks. Why? They're not as dependent on the direction of the overall market. Some of you guys may be thinking, Kevin, you're an idiot. Penny stocks are more risky. They're more dangerous. They're more volatile. And yes, they are volatile. There are obviously risks when you're talking about penny stocks, but their catalysts aren't as dependent on the overall direction of the overall stock market. Therefore, I have more faith in a penny stock with a very small float to put in a big move during a downturn in the market. That's why I'm going to be looking at penny stocks. I always look at penny stocks, but right now more so than ever before. I do not trust the overall market right now. We are entering a recession. I believe this is the beginning of a correction that could last a year or so. There's no way around it. The Federal Reserve continues to raise interest rates, which will contract the economy. It is more expensive to borrow money, and housing prices are extremely expensive, and that is a 1 + 1 = 2 situation. If it costs more to borrow money, big banks, big hedge funds are going to charge people like us more money to borrow money, which makes living life more expensive. And when we have times like that, if wages and salary does not rise with the rate of inflation, people aren't going to be able to go out and spend their money on products, and that causes a recession. So that is why I'm going to be breaking down this penny stock we're going to be talking about today. While the overall market has been crashing, this penny stock is holding the line, folks. It's holding the line. I think it has big moves coming in the next couple of weeks. All right, before we get started though, check out the link in the description for Moo. If you want a free share of Twitter, guaranteed a free share of Twitter, sign up for Moo. My link in the description. Deposit $100 or more and you will get your free share of Twitter. Get in before Elon's takeover is complete, and you are looking at $54.20 of free money guaranteed, and you'll get 4 other free stocks valued up to $17,000 free dollars. The penny stock we're going to be looking at in today's video is none other than ticker HYMC. Hycroft Mining. Hycroft Mining came out of nowhere. It was under the radar, and then AMC Entertainment came in and they purchased over 20% of the company. AMC came in right here and they made an announcement that they are going to be purchasing 20% of Hycroft Mining, 20+% of Hycroft Mining. Now, this put Hycroft on the map, and look at this volume that came in after the AMC announcement was made. We went from relatively no volume in this stock to absolutely massive amounts of volume, and the stock reacted how we would expect it to react when a penny stock gets an incredible amount of volume coming into it. It went from 28 cents per share down here and hit highs of $3 plus up here. That is a move of more than 1,000%. People made bank during that move. There was millionaires made in that move, folks. But it has since pulled back. If we zoom in here on the chart and we take a look at this daily chart, we can see that we have pulled back considerably off of that high. But what do we have forming here, folks? What do we have forming here on this daily chart? Boom, we got support down here at the dollar price point. We have a wedge pattern, a bull flag forming. What happens when a bull flag forms? Either one of two scenarios is likely to happen. One, the bad scenario, you break down under the support level and you roll back over and go back down to where you came from. I don't think that's what's happening here. And the second scenario is boom, you find support, you rally out, you break out of the top side of the wedge, and boom, it's off to the races. Oftentimes, when you break out of the bull flag, more volume comes in and you get a very explosive, volatile move to the upside. And that's what we're going to be looking for in Hycroft mining. Let's break it down. All right, so Hycroft mining. It has a float of just 15 million shares. A float is the amount of shares that can be traded in the open market on any given day. Today alone, where there was relatively no big news, there was no major catalyst, it traded 9.7 million shares today. And the market's not even closed yet. So let's call it 10 million shares. So we traded about 3/4 plus of the entire float in today's trading session. That tells me the next time there's any good news coming in or any catalyst coming into Hycroft mining, there's the potential for a squeeze on that merit alone. And then you add in the fact, you add in the major fact that there is a 46% short float here. 46% of the entire float of Hycroft mining is sold short right now. So there's 16 million shares available to be traded in Hycroft mining. Let's say 40%, we'll call it 7 million shares is already sold short, leaving us 9 million shares of the float that is not sold short. So we traded more than that in today's trading alone. Imagine when a new catalyst comes in, there's some good news that comes in, boom, a short squeeze is off to the races, folks. 46% of the float is sold short, and that's what we know of. Imagine if there's dark pool shorts out there, if there's naked shorts out there. We know it's happening, we know it's happened in the past, and I'm imagining that it's happening with Hycroft mining. The pot is stirring, all the ingredients are there for a potential short squeeze. Now let's move on to talk about some fundamental catalysts that I think could send Hycroft flying to the moon. HYMC purchases a big stake in Hycroft mining, and you guys know I've been a critic of HYMC, the company and the stock. But we're not talking about HYMC today. We're talking about Hycroft mining. And yes, I've been critical of HYMC and the way that the business has been operated post-Rona. However, Adam Aaron, the CEO, is no dummy, and he's not going to just go out and make some random investment in some random mining company if he doesn't have some information, some inside knowledge that the company is undervalued. So we know they have made a large investment, which tells me that they have some type of inside knowledge that Hycroft mining is undervalued. And if you look at the resources of Hycroft mining, if you look at their resources, the amount of gold, the amount of silver that they have available to be mined, it's just flat out undervalued compared to its market cap today. And then if we look at the economic conditions of today's climate, gold and silver, precious metals in general, are setting up for a big move. We just talked about the overall stock market contracting, maybe a crash, maybe a recession. That is actually good for precious metals, as investors often flock to precious metals as a safe haven during times of a recession, which we saw in 2008, we saw in 2009 when gold went absolutely bananas. So if the price of gold goes up incrementally, not even a lot, we will see Hycroft mining explode. We will see the short squeeze that is setting up. It will take place. If the price of gold goes up, it is my belief that we will see a short squeeze. We are already seeing the market on choppy grounds, and I would not be shocked if gold saw a nice run in the coming weeks and months. And if that does happen, let's go back to the Hycroft mining chart and talk about price targets and where I'm doing with my personal investment in HYMC. All right, so right now we're trading at $1.28 per share. We just talked about the key area of support down here at the $1 level. That is a very key area. We don't want to get below there. We do not want to end a trading day below $1 per share. However, if it does happen, don't panic. We got a moving average. We got the 120 down here at 93 cents, that red line. There is some support down below $1. This is where I'm putting the price target. I'm looking for at least this 310 high to get broke, and then to test 350, and then ultimately test that $4 price point. I have a 6 to 12 month price target of $4 per share on Hycroft mining. If we recap the video and talk about the catalysts, number one, we have an extremely small float, 16 million shares, and the amount of volume that we have seen come into Hycroft mining, 9, 10, even 20 million shares traded per day on high volume days, is pretty much setting up for a squeeze, right? It's setting up for a squeeze. There's no way around it. Number two, you have 40+% of the entire float sold short, which is a potential short squeeze candidate. Look at a ticker like COS. Look at HYMC when it started to squeeze. These short squeezes can be volatile, and you want to be in before the squeeze happens and scale out on the way up. Number three, you have the HYMC investment. HYMC is Adam Aaron, he's no dummy. He's just not going to go buy 20+% in some random mining company if he doesn't believe it's undervalued and he doesn't have some inside knowledge. And the final catalyst, possibly the most important, is the fact that precious metals and gold are setting up to have a really good 2022, 2023, and beyond. If the price of gold goes up incrementally, that helps HYMC become more profitable as a company. If they come out with a good earnings release, they beat expectations because they're able to offload their gold and silver at a better price, that provides the catalyst that we need to squeeze these short sellers out of their position. Once these short sellers start to get squeezed out, it's off to the races. It's a moonshot from here. We're still on the launch pad, and $4 is my price target. If you got something of value from this video, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, get your free share of Twitter, absolutely free, link in the description, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. But remember, I'm way too stupid to be a financial advisor, so this is not financial advice. I'm just telling you guys my opinions and what I think is happening in the market. I'll catch you in the next one. Until next time, deuces.